Am I black enough for you? As we approach Calvin Lockhart Day, we will try to answer this question in today's movie. Also, how much is a bale of cotton worth? Cotton Comes to Harlem is the 1970s action comedy where Calvin Lockhart plays superstar Reverend Deke O'Malley, a slick-talking pastor raising a bunch of money to build a big black boat to take all God's children to Africa. This draws attention from a bunch of different characters, including the police officers Gravedigger Jones and Coffin Ed Johnson. Also robbers. Robbers show up and they steal $87,000. And although the cops chase them, the money is not recovered. The rest of the film is about recovering the funds. Here's the thing. Calvin Lockhart's character, Deke O'Malley, isn't actually the main character in this film. He's a supporting character. The main characters are Gravedigger Jones and Coffin Ed Johnson. They're supposed to be black versions of Dirty Harry, I guess. They're like super cops. Every bullet they shoot blows up something. If they throw somebody, the person gets very thrown. And they also know Swahili for some reason. At the beginning of the film, Reverend Deke O'Malley asks a throng of black followers, "Am I black enough for you?" Now this is echoed throughout the film, as though everyone is trying to prove their identity, gain trust, and a place in the fraternity of blackness. Is this question ever answered? The film is called Cotton Comes to Harlem because while everybody's looking for a big sack of money, there's a mysterious bale of cotton that pops up in the middle of Harlem. Everyone who hears about it or sees it keeps asking, what is cotton doing in Harlem? This is what the film is actually about. The bale of cotton represents more than just the textile industry, but the legacy left behind by slavery and capitalism. I say capitalism because the missing $87,000 is in the bale of cotton. In the theme song, When Cotton Comes to Harlem, there's a line. Down south, cotton was king. A black man's life meant not a damn thing. So when cotton come to Harlem, here comes back. Oh, I kick cotton's ass. Cotton was more important than the life of any black man. But now, in the song, it is being said plainly. That way of life is no longer welcome and will be resisted. Cotton is a representation of the greed and serving yourself over your community. We see it in Deke swindling his own people. We see it in the artist con man trying to cut away the old woman's purse. And that the old woman won't help Uncle Buck move the bale of cotton because at this point she thinks it must be a scam. This world is full of people trying to get one over on whoever they can. In fact, Digger and Cotton have a conversation.
Any black man might rat on Whitey. I might myself.
Man like Deke, preying on his own black flesh and blood.
How you gonna blame Deke for doing what everybody else is doing?
In fact, despite Digger and Coffin being caricatures of what the writer and director thinks black super cops are supposed to be, which is apparently very aggressive, they make it clear that their duty in the black community is to utilize their position of power on the police force to protect people from greed that may otherwise destroy the community. Other institutions that should be taking care of the community, like the church and other law enforcement, may not have the best intentions for them. But these two are rebels in that regard. Digger tells Coffin,
"You quit, I quit. And then who'll protect the black folks and the white folks?"
Who's gonna protect the black folks from themselves?
in fact, Gravedigger is so upset at Deke O'Malley for being crooked and leading his community of black people astray, he tells them,
You had it made. Black folks would have followed you anywhere. You could have been another Marcus Garvey or even another Malcolm X. But instead, you ain't nothing but a pimp.
Deke has squandered his opportunity to self-empower instead of empowering the community. Which brings us to the answer to the question, am I black enough for you? Being black isn't about dressing a certain way and talking a certain way. It's about being a part of a community. And this is realized by Billy, the dancer, who takes the bale of cotton as a symbol to overcome in her dance show.
Balloons, fans, feathers. I'm sick of them all. My dance has got to say something about my people, black people. We've got to set our people's minds to thinking.
In conclusion, sometimes the police are the good guys. Sometimes the white man is just a pawn. Sometimes it's a black man that wants to take advantage of poor black people. Also, there's the part where the police are like, you steal from white people, that's your business, but when you steal from black people, that's my business. I found that funny.
Seems to me that there's a whole lot of money in just being black these days.
If you're looking for a no-nonsense police officer that can solve crime, and when he punches people, they stay punched, then check out Sarge, aka Zenio. He is as irreverent as this film, and clearly Sarge thinks he's a super cop. Also, don't forget to mark your calendars for Calvin Lockhart Day this year, Monday, October 19th, all day. And if you like content like this, consider buying me some coffee on Ko-fi. Why?
You want from me? What can I do with this piece of junk? Make bandages? $10, and that's the last price.